I'm calling with some news about, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but the Great Salt Lake is drying up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're saying that it's like a nuclear bomb, basically, with the toxins from the Kennecott mine that's been out there.
Wow.
They basically saying we got like 10 to 15 years to make changes and things like that. But the big dilemma that I was calling about is Utah is trying to become like another Silicon Valley type. They're calling it Silicon Slopes. Facebook has its new data warehouse out here and all that, and you're seeing a lot of, I can't remember his name, he's running for a local Senate seat, but his big pitch is that he's former CIA and that security is important in Utah because we're drawing all these big excuse me.
Yeah, there's been a lot of tech companies opening data centers in Utah because I guess a lot of undeveloped cheap land that they could build these huge like warehouse size spaces because they're only going to need to constantly expand these data centers to hold the ever increasing data that we create. So yeah.
Yes, they so like a lot of call centers are in Utah too. They say that we have like a perfect call center voice here because I guess
because you guys are white?
Or
well, no accents maybe.
But I'm not white.
Devotive accent, regional accent.
Yeah, I guess kind of like we sound like service bees. That's kind of like what Mormons live for. Here in Utah is to serve. So. We do that, but there has been a huge change with like Adobe's out here. They're trying to bring more people. And then on top of that, we're also expanding an inland port, which is going to be the biggest in the West. So it's just a terrible disaster with the lake drying up. We're drawing more people from like a larger population, and any conservation effort is met with hostility. Like I live in the central part of Salt Lake Valley. I can go to 6 different ski resorts in 3 minutes. So like skiing was always easy part growing up. With the recent population growth, obviously more people are here. To curb any sort of climate change, like building a public tram, building light rails or anything, or a bus line, is met with hostility from the East Side people, which I guess you would call like Kid Cudi's fan base, like younger outdoorsy people.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean,
people from Ohio is what I think of Kid Cudi's
I was in Utah earlier this year to ski, and it is really hard to get around. Like you guys could benefit so much from some sort of system because one, it's also like if it's snowing in that way, it's really hard to drive.
Oh, it's horrible, especially like going up. I mean, it's a right to work state, conservative state, so no public planning whatsoever.
Yeah.
So like, we grew up where like throw chains on your car. Like we're not going to plow it. Like just throw chains on your tires if you want to go skiing today.
Yeah.
So they and all that. So I just like to call and give a little update because it looks like if we don't get this Great Salt Lake taken care of, my friend that's an engineer studying engineering is told me that we got to move to like the East Coast or
I'm reading about this.
The whole Western states.
Yeah, I'm reading about this as you speak. The Hill did a long article about it saying heavy metals, including arsenic, are being found in the dust from the lake. The EPA has said that inhaling arsenic may cause lung cancer as well as skin, cardiovascular, and neurological effects. And the dust from the lake, like the toxic metals in the air it seems bad. Seems like it's going to be a long-term issue there, especially as population continues to increase based on what you're saying. So,
yep. And we're like a cold desert, which I didn't know what that was, but we're like very rarely do we it gets to 115 here in the summer and it snows. Mm-hmm. So we're like the Great Salt Lake does a lot for us. Like I didn't grow up hunting that much or anything, but I had friends who they could go pheasant hunt before school and meet their limit growing up. Now with that lake drying up, you have to get a permit and apply for licenses because there's just a limited population growth with the birds now.
All right. Well, Mac, thanks for calling in, and we're gonna clip this just because I think I love these kinds of calls where you call attention to something that I haven't been paying attention to. So really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys do best. Left is best always. And also, I think we just need to get a little bit meaner with these right-wing people, but that's maybe a different discussion for another day. I kind of agree with what Zach Fox says. You running these people, take their shoes.
Yeah.
But you guys have a good day. You guys have a good day. Thanks for everything, and left is best.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much. All right. With that said,
the Kid Cudi demographic is still festering in my mind.
Yeah.
I
can totally picture the kind of person though that he's talking about.
Right.